if I talk with the Australian coaches about plays or different sets, in my mind it's like a stupid thing, no? Because everybody finally will play more or less the same plays. More or less, we want to use our players with their strengths, and we want to use, if you have, for example, Cam Bates in your team, sure you will play too much post-up positions, or you have Beck Allen in your team, sure you play Steger, you play different situation for shooter, etc. So I don't want to talk about it. Maybe in the first part, I show you some clips about what is the trends in the, or how is playing Eurobasket teams or EuroLeague teams. And after, I would like to talk about not just my idea, but for me, what is the future of basketball knowledge to finally to score, to get good position, and to find out new ways to score. So first of all, Christian, play. This is the contents I will speak with you. And the first point is fast break and early offense. And in fast break and early offense, the first clips is about some EuroLeague teams with one focus. The focus is to get the paint, especially in EuroLeague. They are looking to score on the paint, even if they have, if they are able to get good open shots. Please. And where you can see here, so for example, stop. The first focus is here to get the paint, and even after pass, it doesn't matter if the closeout is good or not. Try to play again. Let's play to score on the paint. Fast situation after turnover again, and in EuroLeague, too much teams is putting the focus in this, but it's different with national team. I don't know, because the national team don't have time enough to prepare the teams with this idea, or don't put the focus in this idea. And in national teams, we are looking how they are playing to get open shots. It doesn't matter if you have good shooters or not. They don't think too much. Even Spain is the team I have more information, but they are using all the time open shots, if, of course, if the defense stop the fast break or not. But it's very different in EuroLeague than Eurobasket. Why? I don't know, but this is one, the first analysis we did it. We are using too much, in the last 10 years, 5 years, we are using in Europe too much drag screen. I think it's because in our leagues, we have many American players. If you watch games in WNBA, they are playing all the time drag screen. And I think the influence of the American players now is in our style, in our way to play basketball. It doesn't matter if we talk about EuroLeague teams or Eurobasket teams. You play? Yes, yes, perfect. This is Spain. And to get different possibilities, for example, medium range shot, or in the middle lane, the pick and roll to extra pass. Spain is playing with after drag screen is playing with too much extra pass, because Spanish team is always looking for the extra pass to get players in the corners. Okay, but this is always after drag screen. What happened after the drag screen? I think is not clear. It's not clear in Eurobasket team, and it's not clear in EuroLeague teams. After drag screen, if you are able to get good advantage, in this moment, finish. Except teams is working too much the extra pass or is trying to punish in one-on-one and to get better spacing after the drag screen. And I will talk about it after. Now, for example, Serbia, stop. Serbia has good power forward, shooter power forward, and they are playing with many pick and pop situations in dark screens. For example, it is Sonja Petrovic to get good positions from threes. To using the step up without the rules, and after playing, getting positions in free throw line or to playing high-low. This is more or less the trends in fast break and early offense. 10 years ago, we were playing too much reverse the ball to get backdoor and to play with this spacing, but now no. And I think it's for the influence of the American players in our leagues. The next content is about if you have, for example, in your team, one very good post player, like is, for example, Australia with Cambridge, and without too much situations, no, you can watch now. We are thinking to get a straight pass, especially in EuroLeague. If you have very good American player or some very good European players, okay, and in Eurobasket, in national teams, it's very difficult to watch it because except France, nobody have a very good post player. So to punish the rest of the teams with position 5 is very difficult. But in EuroLeague, this is possible, and can you you are able now to watch very easy situations if you have very good position 5. Stop, and C is working always 1 second before the ball screen is doing. Palm to play, very easy. She can shoot, but if you have very good post player, you know, it's very easy. We are using stop. We are using the Spanish pick and roll to get the same position against difference in the pick and roll. Okay? But finally, is to get this position on the paint. And of course, you have stop. You have players like Greiner or Campbell in your case with Australian. No too much plays, no? A straight pass. Finally, the most important is the work of the post player. And if we are able to get good pass, every teams, no. Just the teams has very good position 5. You watch Greiner, you watch Breonna Jones, you watch Siak, the French post player. The rest of the teams try to do it, but it's very difficult to watch high efficiency about it. So this is the first part of my speech for you. Okay, it's very easy. Finally, I talk with you some rules in fast break, some rules in early offense, drag screens especially. Okay, very easy situations, and to talk with you if you have very good post players. But now this is the most important part for me. How the European basketball, for what is the looking for? And for me, the most important thing now is to talk about the spacing. In the first clips, I talk with you I'm talking you situation about perimeter player. Please, right? Stop. I would like you imagine now one circle here, okay? One circle. If we are looking just for the perimeter players, okay? We have, or in Europe, but especially in EuroLeague, the rules for perimeter players is easy. You are moving always with the circle, except you are driving to the baseline. In this moment, always we are breaking the rule to get corner positions. We are not talking about place. We are talking about spacing to punish the defense decisions. Play. Stop. In the moment the defense react, we read the defense and react again. And now this is one rule. We stop. We break our rule always in this situation. If we are playing like again, but if we are past the middle of the court, it's the same. Can you repeat this? We are playing with the regular rules of the circle. Now she said stop. She's in the corner, but in the moment she starts her dribbling, you know, this circle rule start again. I don't know if I'm clear with this rule, but finally, if you imagine circle, like for example, 3-point line, if she's driving for middle, she is moving with her, and if we have one player in the corner, she is moving in the same direction. And just we break this rule if she's playing one-on-one baseline. Stop. You know, now she's thinking that she's playing in this direction and she's going to here, but in the moment she changed the direction with the crossover, she changed her position. This player is lazy player now. She is not moving. Maybe she forgot our rule, but she must to move to here. Perimeter player. And now we talk about perimeter player and post player. And believe me, this is the most important for me. After we, for example, if we play horn situation in high, double high, or staggers, or just to have one good position to play one-on-one, to read the defense and react with this spacing, the right spacing of perimeter player and perimeter player. And now with perimeter player and post player, this is very, very important for us. In the moment, stop. For example, now this player forgot to go to the corner, but our post player is moving perfectly. Maybe you in your team, you have different rules, and this stop. The post player is waiting here or don't move. Always in our teams, when the perimeter player is playing the one-on-one, the post player is looking for the baseline. No open the call, no, baseline. No stay here, don't go here, no, always baseline. And maybe you can think, wow, but maybe the defender is close to the ball. Okay, maybe you are right. But if my player finally make a layup, at least the post player is in a good position to get the offensive rebound, to grab the offensive rebound and to score 2-on-1 or not. Play again. Okay. Next play. No, don't worry. Look. Stop. You know, some players sure stop here. Again, this player, this is my team, coaches. Maybe it was my bad to didn't practice too much. But now again, she is forgetting this rule. But maybe it makes sense because after this, I will talk with you about offensive rebound rules. But you know that we are talking about this. The post player, in the moment she's making a layup or she's playing one-on-one here, she's cutting to baseline. Now with different plays, always we are playing high pick and roll to force the defense to take decisions. In the moment the defense is taking decisions, stop. We are looking for different options, but now it's very difficult for her to finish. Play, she stop, she pass, and now look, play, stop. Usually the players open the court. Yes, this is if you analyze every teams, not always of course, but every teams usually or every players in this situation is open the court to get long shot from long corner or short corner. In our case, in our idea, again, the post player is looking for the baseline. Because for us, this shot is easier. Now, post player. And I'm talking about spacing. It doesn't matter how we are playing. Stop. In the moment we have good position in low post, he's looking for her. She's going to this area or this side, for example. She's Kia Stokes. Kia Stokes is an American player. She's playing in New York Liberty. She has good medium range shot, even from three. She's very good. But finally, she's waiting for the ball to take a good decision in our spacing rules. Play, stop. In this moment, she's reading the defense and she's cutting to get the easy basket. Maybe she can open to the court. Maybe she can go here. Excuse me, she can go here. Maybe because she is good shooter. But our rule is why you are in 3 points, sat in 3 point position, is if it's easier to score under the rim. Okay, maybe it's 1 point less. But in this case, if we are playing from low post, we want to get this position, and we want to play with these spaces. Okay, play again. Post player, stop, and the same. She's after all, she's looking for baseline, and now we are looking to play extra pass. Of course, you need a very good pointer like Oljai Kakir in my team. But finally, this is our to read the defense and react with a logical spacing rules. Stop. Look, we have here very good player, very good shooter, believe me, especially from here. But in the moment the defense is reacting, we are reacting to punish them. To punish, finally, is to play right spacing, to get good spaces, to punish the defense. And it is what we are looking for. Stop. Now, for example, this player react early. In this case, I would like if the player will go pass inside and wait here to analyze what happened. But finally, it's very difficult because the defense make a trap. And the player is in low post, react just in the moment her teammate is moving to high post. This is not usual in our rules, but we are reacting to the defense, against to the defense. They decide to defense trap, we react in this case. And maybe you can ask me, coach, to practice this and to work this, how you are working all the time, every day we are working with this space to improve the individual skills, because finally I don't know how my rival is defending me. Maybe I can one idea. I can have one idea for scouting, but I don't know if it's switch, if it's trap, if it's I don't know. Okay, and we are working every day against different options in defense and react in our right space in rules. And now this is the last part of my speech. And if you think about it, I'm just looking to get good position to scores. I was thinking about offensive rebound rules, because we talk too much about how important is the transition defense. No, when we are during the games, maybe you don't score and your rival is scoring too much in fast break, and all coaches is yelling, "Go back, go back, go back." Okay, but my point of view is, if you don't want to receive, if you don't want to give easy points, and if you want to have opportunity to score a game, you must have rules in offensive rebound. And now I would like to share with you what is my rules and what is the rules I'm analyzing in the European basketball. For example, we are talking about perimeter players, for example. Now this is Sandra Assini, one of the best shooters of Europe. She's Italian player. And now you have, this is my post players. This is my two perimeter players. And we have, our first rule is, if we are shooting from the wing in 45, okay, our perimeter players has the next rules. So the opposite perimeter player always is going to the free throw line, because after analyze at least, I don't know, maybe 10,000 shots, too many rebounds is here after if she doesn't score. For this, I send my player, or I ask to my player, come here. But they are thinking in this moment, because she's a very good rebounder in position 3. So she decided to go to rebound, and she must to go here to transition defense. And the post players always should react 1 second before my shooting guard is doing the shot. Okay? We'll see what happened. I don't know. I don't remember. For example, she was a mistake because she confused, but finally we have the rebound. Stop. Again, is perimeter player. If the perimeter player is in low post positions or in corner, look, the other perimeter players always is ready to transition defense, because it's very difficult to configure it perfectly, our transition defense. And the post players react always 1 second, minimum 1 second before the shot, to go to offensive rebound. And never stop. Can you repeat this? Coaches, never stop in this line. Because in this line, he is always in diagonal way. Okay, always moving to get the rebound. Play. stop. And if she is making a layup, if she layup here or even here, okay, the rule is the same. Post players, mandatory offensive rebound, hard offensive rebound, the other perimeter players ready for transition defense. So to talk about summary, if it's a perimeter player is shooting from corner or is making a layup, the other perimeter players is mandatory, go back. And the post players go to offensive rebound to get the rebound if she doesn't score, or to start to defense. Start to defense to avoid the outlet pass or to retard the fast break or to stop the ball, okay? Because I hate when my players, after shot, they are run to our defense core. No, start to defense always. And the offensive rebound rules is the first part of our transition defense. Always with rules, always with our rules. And in the Eurobasket basketball, I'm analyzing too much rules in this. No with this, not exactly this. This is mine, okay? But with these rules and the offensive rebound statistics is rising, okay? Stop. So to finish about perimeter players. Shot from win. Always the opposite perimeter player is coming to offensive rebound. But it's important to be smart. If, for example, my player doesn't have big advantage against her defender, maybe it's stupid. Just fake the offensive rebound and go back. But if my player has big advantage against her defender, always is mandatory to be very, very hard to offensive rebound. If she doesn't have big advantage, at least she is ready to stop the ball, or she is ready to help in the first seconds of the fast break or early offense of our rival. If it's layup or shot from corner, mandatory. Here is no words. Go back, ready to stop the ball, okay? And our post players go to offensive rebound to stop the ball, to get offensive rebound, or at least to disturb the outlet pass. And now we talk about post player. If our post player, this is our 4, our post player is shooting, the rule is the same rule that is shooting in medium range or from 3. The rule is the same than if we are shooting from win with perimeter player. Look, the other post player always offensive rebound, and the strong perimeter player is going to offensive rebound. At least, believe me, at least 10 points or 15 points every games. Minimum, just to do it perfectly, our offensive rebound rules. And after the games, my staff and me, we analyze what happened in this situation, because for us it's very important to communicate with our team with the same language. Hey guys, if we yesterday maybe we don't win because we win for 2 points, or we lose for 4 points, and look, we didn't make perfectly our rules in offensive rebound. Is, believe me, maybe is the most important for me in during the games. Offensive rebound rules and right spacing, because for this, if we make perfectly this, I think we have many options to win the game, especially if like it's in EuroLeague, we are more or less same level than our rivals. Okay, and I'm not thinking about every week how we want to play with new play for this week. We have too many defeats, and maybe we can't to change our style. No. Our players is making perfect spacing rules or not. Our players is playing coming to the offensive rebound perfectly or not. And after this, of course, individual skills to improve how we want to pass. We want to pass inside to our post up, etc., etc., etc. And this is the last part. Sorry, I had a mistake before. Offensive rebound is not the last part. This is the last part. And always thinking how we are able to score, to analyze the strengths and the weakness of the opponent players. If you are, can you put, if you are, stop the picture, if you are analyzing your rival, if you are making the scouting, and you know perfectly what is the strength of your rival, and you know perfectly the players, what is the most important players, their strength, their weakness. And during this season, I was thinking about how I able to punish the most important players of my rival with my strengths. And for example, now I show you some examples. This is Magali Mendy, is French team, is very good shooting guard. She played last season in EuroLeague game, and she's playing in French team. And she scored last season 14 points every game, per game. Is the best EuroLeague team. So we analyze, first of all, now I show you, you can watch her strengths. Please, play. She is able to play coast to coast. She is always defending in perimeter players' positions. She likes to run and to receive very good pass in fast break. And she is very good, she is very good defender in line of the ball. She is able to steal 2-3 pass every games. And good runner. And in this moment, I thought about it. So if I want to avoid it and I want to score against them, I thought, okay, I must think in my team. If I have a very good player, for example, in position 3, and she's defending her, and we can play perfectly in post-up position, if we play in post-up position against her, she is not in perimeter players position, she doesn't run, she doesn't play fast break, she doesn't play coast to coast, and it was my idea when I play against players like Magali Mendy, and I would like to show you. In the moment, top, Magali Mendy is defending in this area. She is not here. She is not defending hard here. She cannot run, and she must defend very good player in low position. And I'm getting her energy, you know? And I remember this situation because finally, and I, before to play during the game, we feel it. But when it's the game, we analyze this situation, and we was able to see how Magali Mendy told with her coach. Coach, I can't. It's very difficult for me to run. It's very difficult for me to defend Alina Yagupova in post-up position, etc., etc. And in this moment, we realize, oh, we are winning the game from here. No with amazing plays. No. Just with this. And now I want to talk with you. Beck Allen is your player, you know perfectly. Beck Allen will play next season in Spain. I'm very happy because to have the best players of the world and for me, Beck Allen is one of them. The best players of the world in my league is very important because after the economical crisis in 2010, the Spanish league was terrible without good players. And now to see the new, again, players like Beck Allen in Spain for me is amazing. And with Beck Allen, happened more or less the same. You know perfectly, you know, this is the statistics of Beck Allen in the last EuroLeague. Play, please. And you know, Beck Allen is able to play coast to coast, very difficult to stop her in layups. If you are not with her, she's able to stop catch and set. Amazing Australian style. They don't wait. If she has good option to catch and set, she catch and set. So we think how we are able to punish Beck Allen, to punish them, our rivals. So more or less the same. And we feel, before to play Beck Allen, we feel when Beck Allen doesn't feel comfortable on the court, she is not happy. So to punish them here is good for us because she is not able to receive the outlet pass. She is not ready, to receive the outlet pass. So she is not ready to run the floor. She is not ready to catch and set. And even she is nervous and we force her to make a foul. That's all, coaches. European trends, first of all, easy. And after I talk with you about some ideas about spacing, some ideas if you have big post player, very good post player, easy place for her, very easy. And to play right spacing is very, very important. Not just for me, you know, what is for me is the style of the European basketball is looking for. In women, we are maybe one step back than men teams, but the men team is using it many years ago, okay? And of course, they use different situations, back screens, staggers, etc. But finally, if our team has right spacing or our team has right rules, okay, I think we are able to score easier. Anything else, coaches?
Coach, thank you very much. We've got some questions here, so I'll pick out some. First one, how do you teach the spacing concepts in practice? Is it 5-on-5 or small-sided games or a combination?
Yeah, it's combination, of course, depends on the moment of the season. But right now, for example, in my first, this is my first week in pre-season, and the most important thing now is the physical part, and the most important tactical part for me is spacing. We don't run too much. I think the shape is getting in during the physical part, and we start always with 1-on-0. First of all, 1-on-0. First of all, to know what is able to do it with the ball. What is the favorite spacing the player want to play? After 2-on-0, with perimeter players, for example, from wing. Now try to baseline. If you are in opposite side, get the corner. If you are in this close to the ball, in cycle rules. And I start to explain them the cycle rule. You know, 2-on-0, 3-on-0, 2-on-0 perimeter player, post player. And the most difficult thing for me is to convince the post player to play in this way. Go to baseline. To use the baseline for me is the most difficult thing with the post players, because they love to open. And now, you know, every post player like to start from 3. But I force them to play with baseline, even against zone. Even against zone defense, okay? And finally, in 5-on-0, for example, if we have, if we call one move 1, or horns, or shoulder, doesn't matter, and I decide when they finish, and I ask to them, now we play shoulder, but you break the move in this situation, and everybody must react. 5-on-0, after 5-on-0, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, like always. But Peter, super important for me, no rush. No rush. If the 2-on-0 is perfect, I pass to 3-on-3. If the 2-on-1 is perfect, in the spacing rules, I pass to 2-on-2. If not, I don't pass. Sometimes my players, oh my God, coach again. But if we get it, no, you don't. You don't, because we record the practice, and you don't. Please repeat. And sometimes it's not easy. And after this, even in the same moment I'm working spacing, I'm thinking to improve the individual skills. Fakes, how receive the ball, how many dribbles I want they use, in when moment is the right moment to move to the corner, to move to the free throw line. And this is not easy, but finally I think my team is playing better basketball for this. And of course, if your individual skill is growing up, finally it's easier, because for me it's the most important, spacing and individual skill. If your player is breaking the rule of circle rule, and she's in the corner and she's not able to catch and shot, or to react to the closeout, and for example, after pass, the player with ball pass and see stop. How many times our players is making a layup, and when they pass, stop under the rim? Many times. No. Keep working in our spacing rules, or at least be ready to stop the ball and start to defense.
Okay, coach, with your punishing or trying to isolate their best player like Beck Allen, and you shouldn't do that, by the way. You shouldn't pick on Beck Allen. But do you stay with that if they change the matchup? How do you manage that during the game?
Against matchup defense?
Yeah, no. If say you're going at say Rebecca Allen, and they change their focus, or they change their matchups, how do you try and stay with it, or do you just move on?
No. Nacho, me está preguntando.
Si cambia el defensor de Beck Allen. Si cambia el defensor de Beck Allen.
Yes, of course, yes. In this moment, we are thinking in our offensive rebound rules and transition defense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is defending Beck Allen, and you can write for the future. You can write for the future. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, for example, we are playing against Beck Allen, and my player doesn't score or go down, and Beck Allen run. We have rules. And my player is playing in low post. So what is my rule in this situation? The other perimeter players is ready in transition defense to match Beck Allen, or the player is necessary. Even the post player start to defend, especially in the middle line. You know, we don't want Beck Allen in the middle line. In the moment Beck Allen is spend 2 seconds to go to sideline, we are recovered perfectly. It doesn't matter if it's her defender or not. So for me, it's most important to punish Beck Allen than what happened if we are not punished finally or we don't score. Because finally, Becalin is not comfortable on the court.
Okay, Coach, how much time do your team spend on shooting practice? So what sort of practice time do you allocate to shooting?
Now we were talking about it with Jan, with my Turkish assistants, about shooting. We have different possibilities to practice the shooting, but the most important for me is to practice the shooting in competitive drills. You know, how long, how many times, how depends of the day, of course. But for example, now we start to practice. We are doing drills every day, minimum 20-25 minutes, but all of them are competitive drills. No shooting for no. If the player wants, when the practice finishes, if the player wants to shoot, perfect. It's up to them. But in my practice, no. All the time is competitive drills, but no just in by groups. No, for example, in one-on-one, by couples, okay. And now, for example, if I play against Australia, and I know Australia has this weakness, I'm looking to create shooting drills to punish Australia. And this is one of the focus of my practice. How many times depends. No, in Eurobasket, you know, Peter, is not easy because we don't have too many practice. But in EuroLeague, almost is the same because usually we are traveling. But for example, now in pre-season, if we have time enough, we spend too much time to practice this, and even to spacing concepts. And always when they are shooting, offensive rebound. If they are shooting, offensive rebound. Hello. You know? And this is my idea. If, for example, I don't have one special day for shooting. No. But okay, all my drills make sense during the practice.
With your offensive rebounding, do you have a percentage of total offensive boards that you work to?
Nacho? Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, so with your offensive rebounding rules,
yes,
do you have a percentage, a target that you yes, want to achieve?
Yes. Of course, it's different if I'm playing against big teams or not. But first, we analyze everything. I think to have information is not bad, but the most important is to reduce this information, because finally, with this information is knowledge. Okay, so if I know which areas in basketball women has more influence the mistakes, no? Where is going the ball? For example, if you are shooting from corner, or you are shooting from wing, or you are shooting from elbow, I know perfectly in percentage where is the ball if you don't score. And my role is thinking about it, especially in the rule of opposite perimeter player is coming to free throw. Believe me, free throw line or close to free throw line, you don't imagine how many rebounds we are able to get. And in this moment, it's important my player decide what happened. Because so many times when your player get the rebound, pass to the point guard and play horns. Yes or no? Okay? We are thinking in different possibilities. To catch and shot, to catch the ball and pass to the post player, and the post player is ready. Is ready. In the moment we grab the rebound in free throw line, our post player is try to get open shot, close to the rim or open little bit. Okay, and this is more rules. This is for next clinic if you want. Okay, but it's very important, and it's percentage areas plus what happened after this, because you can get the rebound, but if after you know what happened. Okay, for the post players, Peter, is easy. Get the rebound and score, but in long rebounds, usually the players pass to the point guard and play horns or play high pick and roll. Yes, usually it's this. No, we are thinking to the next level, to catch and shot, or pass to the post player, or pass to the open shot. The normal thing is the defender. If you are shooting, your defender, the defender of the shooter, usually turn out and is looking for the ball or is looking for the post player. In this moment, if my shooter move a little bit, okay, and my post player get the rebound, my post player knows perfectly her teammate maybe is in the corner without defense. And this is percentage and react.
So, Coach, this is about shot selection and your philosophy about shot selection.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have firm rules around who can take what shot and when, or are you more give them confidence and if they're open, shoot it?
No. The confidence, is finally the most important. If your team don't play free, team doesn't play free, it's stupid. This is you are asking me. No, my players can if they don't feel free, it's not my team. Okay, and maybe from beginning of the preseason is look like wow, we have too many rules, but finally I prefer to spend my time in this than in many places. Okay, but finally my players know perfectly what is the role. If you are shooter, you can shoot in any position. If you are not good shooter, I prefer to be clear with you, okay, and try to improve you, okay. But if you are not shooter, you are not shooter, and especially in this level, you are not a kid. If you are 12 years old, you have time to improve. But if you are 30 years old and you never score from three with high percentage, it's stupid. Maybe sometimes I give a ticket, Peter, to my post player especially. You have one ticket, guy. If you score, you get the ticket. But if you don't score, give me your ticket and don't shoot more time, please. And this is not feel free. No, I'm clear with them. And I know why I signed this player. I want you, and from beginning of the preseason, in the preseason, I'm clear with them. Even before, because before to sign players, I talk with them by FaceTime. I watch them. I explain what is my idea, and I always tell them, be careful, guys. If you don't want to play with our philosophy, it's better you go to other team. Okay, but I want you for this, and we'll see what happens during the season. Maybe save or two surprise me. In EuroLeague, it's very difficult because everybody know everybody, but this is my idea. And if you feel free with your role, perfect.
Just last one, because I'm mindful of your time and I know you have practice in an hour. So in fast break transition, do you have a designated player take it out of bounds, or is it the closest person and go? So after a score, do you have like the 4-man take it out of bounds, or is it just closest person?
Depends of what is the situation. Of course, my fast break is too much. Is more legs in one direction, but we are looking always what is the most easy shot. Okay, for example, if I'm playing against you, and I know my position 4 is defending in high position, I know we are in a perfect situation to run with our 4. if the strength of my 4 is to score on the paint easy, come on. And to pass, she's on the paint. But even if one of her strengths is to have good position, good shoot shots in 3 positions, she is open. And maybe we are playing for drag screen, but always I try to punish you, okay? And we are trying to get the easy, for example, the philosophy or get to score on the paint as soon as possible is not my philosophy. You know, it's not my philosophy. Okay, if we can score, perfect. But if we don't have, if we have other situation, for example, if I have Sandra Lassini in position 3 and my point guard has easy layup, for me it's the same percentage. So it's not mandatory to finish on the paint. She can pass to the corner. And it's different, yes, it's different. For example, if it's running my 4 or is running my 5. Because usually in EuroLeague, I like to have big position, a power position 5. If my 5 is running first, I ask to her to get position on the paint, good position on the paint. This is, and if in 2 passes we are able to pass inside, period, finish. Okay, but with my 4 is different. If my 4 finally open, we are trying to play with open spaces. In this moment, we have different rules, especially with the second runner, with 5. To make a drag screen, even to pass the ball and come back, okay? And in the moment the defense react, we are reading what happened and pass the ball. But about your questions, for us, to get the easy shot is the most important. For me, this is my philosophy. It doesn't matter if it's on the paint or from 3. But again, I talk about the strength of my players. For example, if my point guard has a very easy layup and pass the ball to 3 points to one player without a good shot, is not a good shooter, I'm angry. I told her, why you are passing the ball? It's stupid. It's stupid. But I would like, I want to be clear with them. You know, maybe not during the game, because sometimes it's good to wait the timeout or wait the half time, or even the same game, because during the game it's not easy to keep under control the emotion of the players, especially young players and some experienced players too. Okay.
Coach, thank you very much. We've got some other questions, but what I might do is email you, if that's okay, and then I can share that with the group. Really appreciate your time. The great thing about you and most coaches, it was a one text message and you were in, you know, because it's, you know, that willingness to share and engage is just fantastic. So we really appreciate it. We had some 50 coaches on tonight. We'll share the notes, we'll share the clinic with hundreds of others, and they'll get value out of it. Your generosity is greatly appreciated, and I know it's a busy time. So on behalf of everyone on the call, but also Basketball Australia, just wanted to say thank you and wish you all the best. We're all Fener fans now, so you've got some support here in Australia.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you, everyone. I know now the most important, you know, is to be healthy. I hope you and family are healthy and in good shape, everybody. And from me, it's the same. I appreciate too much to share my time with you. And I would like to have the opportunity one day to travel to Australia to enjoy with you, with your coaches, and with your players. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. I know it's a busy time. Stay safe, everyone, and all the best with things.